I either marry him or he would ruin Jordan's life. Gary is in deep with this dangerous cartel, and he used $100,000 of their money to donate to Jordan's campaign.
Oh boy, Andi. I feel like I gotta come down on her every single week, but good grief. Okay, so when it comes to this week's episode of Sistas, episode 20, Beautiful Liar. And trust me, there was nothing beautiful about the lies told in this episode because it's completely stupid. Now, let me get this straight. Andi continues to lie to her girls about everything involving Gary. The breakup with Jordan, getting married to Gary. There's no foul play. Me and him are together. Respect the decision. Sorry if I disappointed you, but this is what I want. And then later in the episode, she goes on to say one of the dumbest things I've ever heard her say. Sometimes in order to protect the ones you love, you have to make these horrid sacrifices. And it's like, no, I feel like this storyline is, I don't know what's worse. You know what? I was about to say that this storyline was worse than the Q bank robbery and Maurice and Calvin allowing him to stay in their apartment, and that led to the arrest of Sabrina Maurice. But that lasted for good knows how long. What was it, like 2-3 seasons? It felt like an eternity. This one, I guess it's just, you could argue that it's worse, but let me put it this way. Similar to the Q storyline, multiple ways this could have been avoided. It's just characters being dumbed down for the sake of the plot. And Andi has never been the brightest light bulb in Lowe's, but regardless, to base this drama off of, I need to sacrifice myself to protect Jordan because I love him, it feels so flimsy and weak because we barely know this dude, and the fact that it's a different actor doesn't help, and the chemistry between them just isn't there. So, oh, well, Jeremy, they had a 3-month relationship. So what? I mean, it just seems like you could argue, well, based off everything Gary has done in the past that Andi is aware of and the things that she just recently found out, she doesn't want her life to be, used to, she doesn't want Jordan's life to be ruined over this entire thing. But it doesn't work out. It doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. So basically, she tells Fatima, and here's the thing with this. She knows Gary bugged Jordan's place in the penthouse. So you've had what? Penelope called her 2 episodes ago from the phone that the FBI provided her with, like a burner phone or whatever that can't be tracked or whatever. For whatever reason, Andi didn't tell Penelope, who is protected with the FBI and has FBI connections. And this is when she's in her work office. Now, sitting in the bedroom of the penthouse that Gary told her is bugged, she tells Fatima everything. Make it make effing sense, people. Make it make effing sense. And I said before, I would give this story some leeway if it was written in a way where Andi is acting defenseless, feeble, deer in the headlights look because of the fact, okay, I need to play it up because Penelope and Agent Watt, they know what's up with Gary. So I'm the distraction. I'm the smoke screen. I'll pretend to, go along with everything, make Gary feel like he's in power, and the feds and Penelope, they'll be working behind the scenes to come up with a strong enough case to bring this dude down. And I'm also thinking, like, what's up with the test? I mean, couldn't Penelope's attack be enough on its own to get... I hate to make the comparison, but Lord, this is like the R. Kelly situation with the tape and, the DNA and all that stuff, and you had all this evidence piled up against him, and he got off scot-free. And I'm like, how much evidence does it take to convict this dude? I feel the same way about Gary. It's like you have his uh you know, ex-fiance who lost their child because he tossed her down to the ground, and Andi saw the blood in the corner of the room, and that's never been a plot point. I don't know what's dumber. You know, Andi being written in such a way where she just doesn't tell the people who can actually do something. Yes, I know Fatima with the connections and yada yada yada, but I would rather Gary suffer than a quick death. I think I said this about Veronica Harrington in the Haves and the Have-Nots way back when. Like, she has done so much shit. Like, yeah, killing her off is killing her off, but I feel like she deserves a fate worse than death. And for me, Veronica's, worst quote unquote punishment, worse than death, would be a lack of control and public humiliation. And that's exactly what Gary deserves for all the stuff he's done. I mean, could the cartel that he's using as a chess piece against Jordan and whoever else, be the ones to kill him off? Yeah, possibly. But I feel like it's going to be written in a stupid way where, Tamara gets the quote unquote win because she got, rejected by Gary. And I don't dislike Tamara. Well, you all know I think she's fine as hell. But as a character, I don't feel like she deserves the right to be a key player in Gary's downfall just based off her own greed. It doesn't work. If nothing else, Andi, Jasmine, and maybe a couple other characters can ban. I remember saying a while ago, man, it would be wild if Penelope, Jasmine, and Andi and Fatima had like a Gary's Angels kind of thing where they team up and take Gary down instead of this crap we're getting now. But I don't know. I still just can't get over the fact that Andi would tell Fatima, but not tell. I mean, if she didn't want to tell the other girls, I guess that's okay. But knowing that it's like Penelope and the FBI could have been working behind the scenes on this. And if the writers pull some BS in the finale where it turns out, haha, I was playing the fool all along because I told Penelope. No, then why show us the scenes of Penelope calling and Andi not saying anything? Andi, why did you break up with my brother? It's Gary, isn't it? I can't tell you over this phone. What? Then go back to the apartment. I mean, the hotel room or wherever she's staying. Some people are like, well, Jeremy, what if Andi didn't want to feel comfortable? Well, didn't say anything over the phone because maybe her phone is, bugged by Gary. I mean, that's a possibility, but I don't think it matters. I don't know. Folks, I'm sorry, but this is just, I want it. The season isn't over. There's still 2 episodes left because trust and believe, for as much optimism that, for all the optimism I had during the first half of the season, the second half was just killing me. I don't know if I would deem this the worst season. Season 5 still holds that category, dishonor, but season 7, based off how it may or may not finish up, could dictate how low it goes. I mean, at this point, shoot, it might be like next to lowest score for me, but like I said, let's see how things play out. But to have Andi reduced to this is just pitiful. All right, sorry about the long rant, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Andi should have told Penelope or the FBI or whoever, because this is just stupid as hell. All right, that's all I got. I'll catch you all in the next video.